We're in a season where a lot of Jamaicans are coming back to Jamaica, whether that be voluntarily or involuntarily. And for many people, it is looked on as a challenge. I've heard from many people when I was planning my exit from the UK to return to Jamaica. Many people discouraged my attempts to do so, and many people saw it as a regression rather than a progression. And it's important that we talk about this whole process of relocating to Jamaica or repatriating, so that people have an insight in how it is that they might be able to reinvent themselves when they return to Jamaica.
The Jam Fam family. Jam fam, come hang with me, yeah.
Hello, Wagwan, pick up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at reinventing yourself in Jamaica. Is it possible to reinvent yourself in Jamaica? Absolutely yes. It is possible to reinvent yourself wherever you are in the world. And in Jamaica, there are opportunities as well as challenges. And therefore, wherever there is opportunity and you are prepared for those opportunities, you are presented with a chance of reinventing yourself and aspiring to things that you have ambition and drive to achieve. So we're going to be looking at 5 things that you need to take into consideration when you are coming to Jamaica in order to be able to reinvent yourself in Jamaica. And if you're already living in Jamaica, these are some things that you could consider implementing to see how you can reinvent yourself and actually curate and live the life that you desire for yourself as well as for your family that surrounds you. The first thing that you actually want to do when you're trying to reinvent yourself in Jamaica or anywhere you are in the world is to have a vision. Now you need to plan out your vision. So write your vision and make it plain so that you are clear about what it is. This doesn't mean that this vision is going to be fixed. This vision is malleable. It is something that's a work in progress that you can change the different ways that it is going to evolve eventually. But the basis of the vision is very clear and you know what it is that you are about and what you want to achieve. Now, with this whole idea of making the vision plain as well and planning it out, you also want to be ensuring that you are opening up yourself to learning new things and learning about the environment that you are in and discovering ways in which you can address some of the situations that exist that need solutions. And therefore, it is important that you are educating yourself about the sphere that you are in, being aware of some of the opportunities that exist round about you. And again, because of ignorance, the people perish. So we need to make ourselves be in a position where we are not ignorant, but we are informed and educated about the landscape that we are in and that we're traversing so that we can make the optimum progress that we can in that space that we're existing in. Now, the second thing that you want to be able to do is to learn how to think outside of the box. Now, generally, in most environments that we are in, there are set traditional ways that people think and operate. And oftentimes, because so many people are doing it, it becomes saturated because we have lots of different businesses or lots of different individuals already operating in those spaces. And so if we're going to make significant strides and differences, what we need to do is to start to think outside of the box. If you're coming back from another country, you have lots of experience and you also have lots of skills. Start to look at some of the solutions in those places that you're coming from and look and see if those are things that are actually also needed in Jamaica, and then explore how you can actually implement those to be in a position where it's also becoming a business for you. Look at some of the things that people are complaining about and some of the problems that people simply just endure because there are no alternative, and create those alternatives or start to work on building out alternative opportunities, because those alternatives that you can create are room for opportunity to create business so that those people's problems can be addressed and their complaints can be met with solutions for their future. Because if people are constantly complaining about things and the way in which things are going, it means that they want it to be better. They just cannot see how to make it better, or believe that the solutions for making it better comes from outside of them. Now you think outside of the box and see how you can provide the solutions that are going to make the lives of individuals better. So there is a need for that solution, and the solution can be profitable. So you can create a business out of it that is going to be in demand, and you have the room and opportunity to scale that should you so desire. And number 3 is to consider how you'll be living in Jamaica. So if you're coming back to Jamaica, it's important that you consider how you'll be living here. Or if you're already in Jamaica, but the area in which you are in, you want to move from there, you want to break away from that environment, it's important that you consider what type of lifestyle it is that you want to live when you are here, or when you move to the new part of Jamaica that you're going to be living. This is important because it helps you to decide what are some of the necessary things that you need in order to be able to live that lifestyle that you want to live. So it might be that you want to be in an environment where it's nice and quiet. It might be that you want to be in an environment where you have a certain network that you can interact with. It might be that you want to be able to have a certain life experience, so you're near to the ocean, or you're up in the hills where it's nice and cool. It might be that you want to be in a place where you can experience the nightlife and you can experience certain social crowds. It might be that you want to be close to certain entertainment facilities. Then you need to factor these in, because it's going to come down to you making a decision as to where exactly in Jamaica you are going to ultimately want to make your base, and how you're going to fulfill living out the lifestyle that you envision for yourself, and to make sure that you are curating the lifestyle for you whilst keeping yourself as safe as possible. The 4th thing that you want to consider is deciding on a budget. Now, it's important that we consider the budget that we're going to be living on. And remember that we can tweak our budget for different seasons of our lives. What we need to look at is fundamentally coming up with a budget that we're going to be living off. And this budget needs to factor in some of our basic needs. So we need to think about things like, are we going to need to pay rent, or do we have somewhere that we live already? We need to factor in, well, if it's our own place, we're going to need to pay land taxes. We need to factor in the fact that we are going to have utilities, so we need to pay for those costs. Or if you're going to be off-grid, then the cost to set yourself up off-grid. We also need to factor in some of the other things that we're going to need to go and buy at the market and the supermarket. You might decide that you're going to run a homestead, and if that's so, you need to think about some of the costs to help you to set up your first cycle of your homesteading journey. It might also be that you want to consider about your medical care that you're going to need. It might be that you decide that you're going to save some money so that you have an emergency fund that is going to take care of your medical care needs. It might also be that you decide that instead of doing that, you are going to, because of the high amount of money it might need to have that emergency fund, you might decide that you're going to take out instead a medical insurance plan that will still meet your needs and the needs of your family, and how you're going to be paying for that. It might be that you decide that you need to have a vehicle, and therefore you need to factor in how you're going to be able to fund that vehicle and all of the repairs and all of the necessary things that needs to be done to it. So all of these things need to be included in your budget, so that you have a set amount of money that you're going to be needing to have each month, and a way in which you're going to be acquiring that money. At least if you're going to be pursuing that from savings initially, or if you're already in Jamaica and you have a job, then be sure that your job is able to do that, to cover all of those needs for you. The 5th thing that you need to think about is execution. So you need to get on the ground, and you need to understand the landscape, and you need to simply start executing your plan, executing the vision that you have, and seeing how you can work that out for your good. Of course, there are going to need to be tweaks, because there are always going to be things outside of your control, and therefore it is important that we keep that in mind. Have high expectation of yourself, but also be able to manage those expectations, because I can assure you that there are going to be times when you're disappointed. There are going to be times when you want to throw the towel in. Be able to give yourself that room to process those emotions and keep at the forefront of your mind your why, which is your vision, so that you can continue to drive home with making sure that you reinvent yourself in the way that you want to in Jamaica, and you enjoy the life that you curate for yourself here on the island. I can assure you that wherever you go, you are able to make success of yourself regardless of the circumstance around you, because there is opportunity everywhere. The key thing is seeing the opportunities and making great use of it. So a growth mindset is essential when you're coming to Jamaica, and the ability to adapt, the ability to pivot as you go through the transition, whether you're moving from one part of Jamaica to the next, or you're moving from the diaspora back to Jamaica. Whichever of those scenarios is yours, we hope that you will be able to find a way to reinvent yourself in Jamaica and create better opportunities for yourself whilst you're living here and enjoying all the wonders and the beauty that the island has to offer, and also basking in the peace of mind that you can get from living on this island.
Go in. You want me to go in with you?
Are you going to make it warm? Have you started? Have you seen our store? Okay, I'm just going to. It's not bad. Once you get in. I think it's going to get what they need. No, it's not now. And then you'll be fine. Is it warmer? Mm-hmm. Okay. What? Why don't you? I thought I was right here. Just do one roll for you and you'll be fine. You going down that one? Okay, we'll see you soon. Stop what? It's not. You just did what I don't want, so now maybe I just got it. Yeah, that's what I made. Daddy and I had to take refuge because guess what happened? Yes, aha, rain a fall. Take a look. Look at the pool. Can you see it? Yep. What? I'll give you a better look. For those of you who haven't seen Jamaica rainfall in a little while, but I'm sure you can hear it on the roof. What, the rain? I'm sure it won't. Yeah, that's the British in you, me dear. Where rain now stop nothing. Let's see how much time you're walking out, and we take the umbrella and come out with business. And people are like, where you go, where you go? We can't wait. What can't wait until after the rain? And we're like, we have places to go, things to see. And we need to get it done, so we're going. But this is what it's like. It's raining down. So we're just taking a chill, and Daddy over there's a chill funny chair. So we're going to chillax, snack, and do some other things, and then we'll come back and show you what the day have in store ahead.
The Jamfam family. We're irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jamfam family, the Jamfam family, yeah. The Jamfam family. We're irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jamfam family, the Jamfam family, yeah. Jamfam, come hang with me. The Jamfam family. Jamfam, come hang with me. Yeah.
Thank you for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fam. We appreciate your consistency, we appreciate your engagement in the comment section, and we appreciate you tuning in regularly to watch and to give us your feedback on the different points and topics that we raise here on the channel. Bye for now, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.